Hello everyone. Not to worry, I am sober this time. I am very sorry about the last episode. I don't know what was more embarrassing, me eating an entire bag of edibles or me getting drunk off my rocker. I would say getting drunk off my rocker because yes, that was embarrassing. Lesson learned, do not get drunk before doing a review. And don't continue to drink while doing the review. Yes, it's been a while since I've gotten drunk like that. And it was not pleasant. Meg was pretty much nursing me back to health the rest of that night and then the following day because I had a massive hangover. But I'm better now, thankfully. Yes, so today's episode is going to be a bit peculiar. It's technically a double feature. The first story I'm going to be talking about is this weird Powerpuff Girls story. It's over 5,000 words. I just finished reading it now. And it's going to be a very brief summarization. And then the second story, well, we'll move on to the second story when we're done with this one. So the first story, Getting Ziggy with It. So the author is Sean Phillips 5243. It's not listed as complete, but it's practically complete. So this story is a very bizarre mirror universe of the Powerpuff Girls where instead of them being good, they're evil and they're known as the Powerpunk Girls. And Professor Utonium is known as Oppressor Utonium. And Townsville is known as Vileville? Viletown. The city of Viletown. Yes, city of Viletown. So, it's a peculiar story. Here's the summary. Jasper Jade, the Viletown counterpart of Mitch Mitchelson, is forced to take home Plutonium's experimental guinea pig. And yeah, so Jasper Jade is this very sweet, rich person who is being forced to take this guinea pig home with him. And, you know, the guinea pig is this innocent creature. But the thing is that Utonium and the Powerpunk Girls want him to torture the poor thing, and he doesn't want to do that. So the story is pretty much him trying to protect the guinea pig from the Powerpunk Girls, and they're trying to, like, force him to torture the guinea pig, and he's not going to do it. So then they're trying to go after him, and at first, they're like destroying everything in his room, and then he decides to try to escape via helicopter, and they shoot down the helicopter. So now he's like in the city, and he's trying to escape from them, and they keep going after him. So he decides to have the guinea pig go into the sewers to escape, and right when you think that the Powerpunk Girls are about to kill Jasper, the guinea pig like mutates into this monster, and it's fighting the Powerpunk Girls, but it's also trying to protect Jasper, so they manage to defeat the guinea pig, and they're about to kill Jasper, but then there's like a blinding flash of light, and then Jasper wakes up in the hospital, and he's saved by Jojo, not Johto. His counterpart, and his counterpart is called, let's see, scroll all the way down here. He is named, let's see, Jomo. His name is Momo. Okay, so it's pretty much Mojo Jojo, but backwards, or Jomo Momo. So Mojo Jojo's counterpart who's good in this. So he saves Jasper. He managed to defeat the Powerpunk Girls by temporarily nullifying their powers with, like, this anti-radiation thing. And he converts the guinea pig back to normal. And that's pretty much how the story ends. So, because of how quickly I summarized this, you guys can see why now I decided to not do a full-on episode. It wasn't even really worth taking notes on. I mean, it was well written. There was a couple of typos here and there, but it was a very fascinating take on if the Powerpuff Girls were evil and whatnot. So yes, I'm curious. It was long though. It was like over 5,000 words. They could have done like a series of these stories. I mean, they might have. So let's just take a quick peek at his profile. Oh, he's only written this one. Okay, well, apparently he's written other stories, so he has other usernames. So he's known as Generation Z, Gen Xer, Gen Xer 2, and Gen Xer 2. I wonder if he's from Gen X. I'm a millennial. So, I guess he's older than me then. So yes, that's pretty much what I can say about this story. It's a decent story, well written. I mean, if you want, you can look up his other names. I mean, he doesn't have links to them, but he does have them. You can just search for them and see how his other stories go. Right then, so the second story that we're going to be taking a look at is called The Glory Hole. So this is a Glee story. This one's over 6,000 words. So the creator told me that she just wants me to read the first 4 chapters and go from there. Because the first 4 chapters are really short. And yes, it sounds like it's going to be a doozy. So, right, so The Glory Hole. The author is Kitty Cat Kiki. Okay, so this is a summary. What happens when a rip in space-time continuum happens in Quinn's vagina? Yes, I can see why. Yes, okay then. I'm glad that she's not having me read the entire thing, so there's that. So, an inspiring tale of adventure, romance, and butter, y'all. This is supposed to be about Glee. So, the Britannia, Phoebe Evans, Pitty, and Paula Dean. So this is rated M. It's romance adventure. The characters are Quinn and Santana, Brittany, Sam. 10 chapters, over 6,000 words, 16 reviews, 4 faves, 5 follows, and it was published back in 2013. So let's read the first chapter. Wow, this is very short. The students had just finished their deathly match in the Folly Games, which is kind of like the Hunger Games book that they read, except it's at school. Abby turns around and spots Quinn. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Why is the D in doing capitalized? She says as Quinn releases a massive fault from within the deep dark hole known as her ass. Okay. A giant butter stick with Paula Dean steering. It flies through the sky and arrives at the roof to pick Sam up. Right, y'all. We gon' pick you up and you can ride this here butter stick. The force of Quinn's massive fault created a rip in the space-time continuum and a black hole is created and Abby gets sucked into her ass. Sam comes over and says, "Damn, baby, that was hot." Then he sexually rubs her thunder thighs and accidentally flicks the level switch of her vagina vacuum, turning it too high. Sam gets sucked into it. What is with these black hole vaginas that people get sucked inside of? Paula Dean and her butter stick also get sucked in and it provides a smooth lubricant. The entire building gets sucked in smoothly because of the lube. Sam's footsteps echo as he explores the inside of Quinn's vagina. He comes across Paula Dean, who is desperately clawing at the walls of Quinn's vagina, trying to save as much of her butter as possible. A distant moaning can be heard from the outside. Sam hears a rumbling sound. Uh-oh, he mutters. He searches for some sort of shelter as he screams, "Queef." Okay, that was chapter 1, The Black Hole. Chapter 2, Exploring the Hole, and this is a giant blob of text. At least it's not as bad as the sequel to Sweet Apple Massacre. Sam hides behind a table that was also sucked in and braces for the impact. A huge blast of air gets blown through Quinn's vagina and Sam whimpers. Paula Dean, who is still trying to save her butter, gets thrown up in the air and she quickly uses a spatula to mold wings out of the butter she saved. Butter doesn't work like that. She attaches it to her back and flies. Let's get a rhythm, y'all. Flap, 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 flap. She flies through the air and flies out of the hole of Quinn's vagina. Oh fuck, I'm giving birth. Quinn yells for outside. A nurse can be heard saying, push it real good. Ah, push it real good. The nurse may or may not have been Salt and Pepper singing her hit single Push It. Meanwhile, Sam hears the sounds of the mini queefs Quinn is making. He ventures out and explores the rest of the vagina. He walks past some bodies, but does a double take when he sees Brittany and Santana alive and well. What the fuck? He says in disbelief to them. The couple isn't paying attention to them, though. Brittany is too busy serenading them, and they finally snap out of it. "Oh, hi, Sam," Brittany greets, grinning. She grabs Santana's hand. "How the fuck are you alive?" Sam asks. "Well, IDK. Bloody Christ, I'm not even going to question it. But I'm guessing it's the power of Ashley's queefs and vagina essence." Santana says seriously as she kisses Brittany's cheek. "I'm just glad that I'm alive with her," Brittany says dreamily. "We should find a way to get out of here," Sam says determined. And that's the end of chapter 2. Chapter 3 is Grab into the Fingers. Right then. I'm glad I'm only doing 4 chapters. The trio explored the depths of Quinn's vagina while scrambling to find cover from her queefs from time to time. All the while, Santana and Brittany hold each other and kiss for just no reason. Just 'cause they love each other so much it hurts. Sam looks at the two and gets similar feeling in his heart. For Quinn, he realizes he loves her. "I love her. I love Quinn," he admits softly to himself. The two girlfriends don't notice. Being in their own little world, suddenly they see a rush of liquid come at them and they scream. Sam pulls them off to the side and into the classroom, shutting the door as the liquid rushes by. Brittany sniffs the air and says, "Vaginal discharge, pre-cum, I would know." She smirks. Santana laughs and kisses the side of Brittany's mouth. "I love your cute little smirk," she says. The two continue to say sweet nothings to each other while Sam wonders, who the fuck is she getting wet for? Who else? He slowly gets pissed. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Once the gush has stopped, he opens the door and runs to the opening, panting and determined. The girls struggle to keep up, but they do and stare at him in confusion. Brittany says, what the H, but gets cut off when 2 fingers penetrate through Quinn's entrance and come straight at them. They dive to the side and barely get grazed. The 2 tan fingers go in and out slowly, going faster, and Quinn's moan gets louder and louder. Sam is so mad, smoke is practically coming out of his ears. "Grab into the fingers. It's our ticket out of here," Sam yells. He times it just right and jumps onto the side of a finger and holds on the finger, bringing him out of Quinn's vagina. The couple do the same and the trio get out of Quinn's hole. Quinn looks at them in shock, and the person that was fucking her was actually Naya Rivera. Brittany looks at Naya like, WTF? She looks back at Santana and looks at Brittany again. What the fuck? Brittany says slowly. Santana crosses her arm and cocks her hip. "We may look alike, but you best be having eyes for me and only me," she says in her bitchy tone. Brittany laughs and says, "Of course, baby, I only love you." Brittany kisses her cheek. "But what do you say about a threesome?" Brittany says while wiggling her eyebrows. "Yeah, sure, why not? The only person I'd fuck besides you is myself." Santana says and smirks. Naya smirks as well, and all 3 run off. Meanwhile, Sam looks at Quinn in disbelief, hurt/anger. "I thought you had feelings for me too," he whimpers out. Alright, that was the end of chapter 3. Here's chapter 4, and this is the last chapter I'm reading, thank Christ. And this chapter is I Is Who I Is. This person really needs to go back to grammar school. I do have feelings for you, Sam. It's just that I thought you were dead. And Naya was here and she's hot. Can you honestly say you wouldn't fuck her? Quinn says while raising her eyebrow. True, you got me there, but do you really mean it? You have feelings for me? Sam, I don't just have feelings for you. I love you, she says while looking him in the eyes. Sam can't fight this feeling any longer and he closes the difference between them. The distance. Kissing Quinn and putting all the love he feels for her in that kiss. It was passionate and gentle and caring and almost perfect. Again, you already have the commas. Get rid of the word and. They break away for air, panting and resting their foreheads against each other. I love you too, so much, Sam manages to get out, gazing into Quinn's eyes. They get lost in each other's gazes and kiss once more. Sam is unbuttoning Quinn's shirt when they get interrupted by the sound of wings flapping and butter squishing around. Howdy, y'all. Let's get you niggas home. As Sam and Quinn mount the giant butter stick that Paula Deen pulled out of her vagina, even though they would much rather be mouthing each other, they fly towards Quinn's house. They pass Brittany's house, which is 3 houses down from Ashley. While they fly over her house, they can hear loud screams and moans, and at that same Latina raspy voice yelling, "Oh, fuck, baby, right there, oh, fuck me, you so good," and Quinn gets a look of horror on her face, while Sam simply smacks, and they finally arrive at Quinn's houses, so she has more than one house, where the moans and screams sound fainter. "Alright, y'all, here's your house, have a complimentary gift," Paula Deen declares as she reaches in between her thunder thighs and gets out a jumbo butter stick. Ew, use it wisely, nigga. I don't like that word. Paula says, wiggling her white, as if they were black, she would have called them nigga and shaved them off eyebrows. No, she won't be needing that, Sam says confidentially, smirking at Quinn as she blushes. Whatever, y'all, you know me and my butter, I is who I is. Well, that was bloody stupid. That was bloody stupid. I'm so glad I'm not reading the rest of that because that was bloody stupid. Let's see what else this author has. This is the only story that they've written. Thank Christ, because this was stupid. So the 5th chapter, I'm just curious. I can see why she had me stop after chapter 4 because the 5th chapter is like super long compared to the other ones. Let's see, chapter 6, not as long. Chapter 7, kind of long. It just seems like a bunch of nonsensical garbage as I'm skimming through it. Chapter 8, yes, that was stupid. It made no sense. It opened up like it was in the middle of the story, if I am to even call it that. Horrendous layout, horrendous grammar, horrendous story. Yes. Well, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked it, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, cheerio.